Oh, there we go. Audio's back. Hello. I thought I was late for a second with switching the scene, and then I saw only 7 seconds. I'm good. Let's continue with Blueprints. That was way too stressful compared to what I'm doing. But yeah, bonus stream. I don't really know what else to say. Let me just get up my stuff. Yeah, so that should be good. Yeah, I think we're good to go. To continue. Let me just adjust my chair. It seems this time... Okay, Okay, yeah, no, this should be roughly fine. Yeah, this should be roughly fine. I've changed a few audio settings, so it might sound a bit weird. If it does, please do let me know. With that, I think we should be able to actually start off with Blueprints. Last time we were able to figure out all of the letters, room letters, which is what the stream title is referring to, and I've been thinking quite heavily, which is typically what you do in puzzle games. I did not have a single clue what on earth, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes, would mean. I got really hung up on the if we count small gates, and I still have no clue what the small gates could actually be referring to. However, I do think potentially I know what I could be doing, because I do remember very vividly, I mean, I remember a lot of things vividly, but in the boudoir, we see a room where the safe is given during Christmas. So what if I just completely ignore if we count small gates, and maybe the thing is, because there are so many dates in the room, or in the rooms, each room with a safe is probably only going to have one date somewhere. And that is the thing we need to input. Then I still got to figure out whether or not it's European or American in terms of which comes first, but that's just 2 permutations. Very simple. In the case of Christmas, in the boudoir, it becomes a bit more difficult because the Christmas is not always on the 25th. I know in my country we celebrate it on the 24th. That's still just 4 permutations, so that's a problem for future me. So let's go out and do the outdoors thing immediately. Also, I did have a random thought. It wasn't yesterday. I don't remember when I had it, but I did get the key to the secret garden, and I'm thinking maybe that is a key that unlocks, if you get to like the very rank 9, it basically unlocks the backyard. Maybe that is the secret garden that you will be able to open. I don't have any money for the shrine. Special items I think is just way too important. Wrench, each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. Okay. But the battery is really good, the battery pack. I don't know what to use it for. That is not just combining things. But it seemed very important when it comes to doing all of the combinations. Maybe I will be able to make an electromagnet, so I can maybe do the laboratory and boiler room combo. But we'll have to see. For now... Oh, this is new. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there's anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I'm still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. Alright, that's nice. Might as well just do the closet and get some items. That is a very good item. And the shovel is a very good item as well. This is looking to be... Hello, Custom. Hello and welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. It is going alright. I'm currently doing a bonus stream, which is... Ooh, code check for the sledgehammer as well. This can be a really good day. But yeah, I'm doing alright. It's a Saturday, which is absolutely lovely, even though I've kinda had a few days off. Yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you are doing alright. Yeah, we're just gonna be continuing playing some Blueprints and hope we actually unlock something else. I mean, probably I will. I've been doing rather decent when it comes to progression the last few streams. This is concerning. If I go for... I do artwork for streamers, I can also make something cool for your channel as well. Thank you for the offer, but I am going to have to decline. You're not the first person to offer, but I also do really like making as much as possible myself, even if it doesn't become perfect. So I am, at least for now, going to be continuing with that plan of making my own assets. But thank you for the offer. Guest bedroom, parlor. I mean, I guess a parlor, or I can redraw, but this should be... I don't see a reason to actually solve the puzzle and get 2 gems, so I'm just gonna be keeping the wind-up key. I don't remember if I can combine anything for it, and I'm gonna see if that's possible. I have no choice but to go for the corridor. And I do remember, like 2 in-game days ago, I missed a checkbook somewhere. So I have to be a bit more careful when I'm actually searching the rooms. Well, custom, like I said, although I appreciate the offer, I am not interested. So Nook bedroom or courtyard? I think courtyard is probably the best thing I can do, even though it takes a gem. It probably has things I can use my shovel on, and it will let me go down and just completely use map. I think that's probably the best thing for me to do. It also just occasionally has items in it. In this case, I had a trunk in it. So too. And trunks are very valuable. Tin can. I might as well open the doors downward. Storeroom. Yeah. I think it's definitely worth it. I don't know how there's a... Ooh, that is nice. Having the silver key. I still don't fully know what the silver key actually does. It says it leads to a room with many doors. But I don't feel like I've recalled actually using it like that. I've just used it as a spare key and hasn't really done much more than that. I feel spare room is probably the best, even though the Nook would make me a bit more compact here. The spare room will let me both have a left-facing and forward-facing room be a possible way for me to continue. I'm gonna go with the spare room. Security is a very, very good room for me to get. Oh, but the greenhouse. Oh, no. The greenhouse is a room I've never even gotten in my draft pool, I think, before like this. No, I think I do recognize the text, so I think I've probably gotten it like once. But I never drafted it. And I know there's a broken... Like, one of the levers for the antechamber is in there, which is very... I really need that, but if I do this, it's just the end. I'm gonna have to hope I can draft the security now, and then I will just get the greenhouse later. Okay, standard, commonplace. Oh, this is so nice that I can adjust this. Standard, I think I want security to be commonplace. Even though it costs, it is very, very vital for an ease of traversal throughout the estate. So that's interesting that first time I've actually even come across the gear wrench, and it turns out to actually to be very, very Practical. Have I missed anything? I have not missed anything. Lovely. Keycard. Setting to medium so I don't get many doors. Change offline mode to unlocked so I can turn the keycard system's power off. Fantastic. I still don't know why this was circled. I think I can probably blow you up like that. So the drawing room would be nice. I don't know if I can actually afford using a gem though, because I only have 2 left, and there are some good 2-gem rooms. There's also the 3-gem rooms that I do want to eventually start being able to explore. So a pantry might be better for that purpose. It will let me, I mean, just for free continue onwards in the house. I'm trying to think. The other benefit of the drawing room is the fact that if I don't get a rare room, I can just re-roll and hope for another rare room. But because of the gem, I'm going to go with the pantry. Some extra steps, which is nice, always. Coins, it's always nice. The door is locked. Do I want to waste 2 steps to go into the foundation? No, I have 3 keys, I might as well. The den of the guest bedroom. The guest bedroom would be a bit awkward because... And I guess it wouldn't be that awkward, but the den could be nice for the gem. And also, having the rooms connect with each other well could be beneficial, to say the least. Oh, mail room. I think I'm definitely gonna go for that. It is not a super common room. Okay. Do I... Well, I couldn't even screenshot that. Good to know that it's compounding. That is actually very, very nice. Do we have a safe in here? We do not. Because otherwise we do have dates in here. Several dates. And a variety of documents, but these I've all recorded and I'm not seeing anything new. Right, if I'm in the foundation I might as well dig everything up. Coin is nice. An old shoe, for some reason. Oh, the boudoir is a room I do want. The problem with the boudoir is I mean, I do need something right-facing, but with a 1 redraw, I think I can afford that. I will be able to test my thesis about the safes, which I feel like is important enough information for me to actually warrant doing this. What was this even? Oh, sage. So yeah. Obviously Christmas, let us try a few combinations, 4 combinations. 12, 25. Nice. So it is month first, date second, so it's the American system. This is one of the 8 envelopes that the prophecy foretold. I'm gonna screenshot it. See, where do I have the boudoir? A boudoir, you are there. 025. Then you have that. Probably needs to extract the boudoir bit. There we go. Oh gosh. I'm gonna first scan before I actually read it. I heard something. Why was there a ding? Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her life, or she gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is to think of your name. Not seeing anything, I'm not hearing anything. Having never had a family name, have no fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did, but for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. Okay. The plot thickens. Right. I'm probably gonna have to break out the boudoir, considering this is several screenshots. Not that wide. Come on. Go. Boom. What the heck is going on? Will someone help me, please? Oh, why am I switching past that channel? There we go. Boudoir has been recorded. I don't know if it's just fine with me opening this. Maybe it's permanently open. This feels relevant as well. With the leaf and everything. I'm gonna record that as well. Okay. Good. One of the 8 has been found. Now I need something right-facing. Which the Nook does, and the Observatory. I do actually have 4 gems now, so the Observatory is nice because it lets me further stack it. And I also see I have the... Okay, I guess that just shows I have 1 red letter. Pair of chests, that is very nice. That is something, it's gonna take me a lot of steps to go back to the entrance hall. I might be able to shorten that, unless I'm able to get a bunch of steps. I'm probably not gonna do anything about it, unless I'm getting like a garage on the west wing here, because that will be a way for me in very, very few steps to get back to the entrance hall and back to where I were. What's the next thing that's gonna come up? 4, 5. Okay, so next is the farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious that very day. Okay, so now the music is a bit loud. That should be a bit better. And I'm not seeing any details in here. I don't see a reason to change the angle of it or the position of it. Now I need something forward or right. Preferably not a chapel, so it's either a kitchen or a commissary. I think commissary, because I could maybe get some very nice items. I don't think I... Okay, so upgrade discs would be nice, but I can't afford it. A key would be nice, but I can't afford it. A set of gems or a gem. I don't think I need a singular gem. I'm gonna come back when I can afford the upgrade disc safely. So hallway or a nook? I believe I should go for the hallway. I think the passageway is just way too expensive for what it does. Hallway is at least very nice. It lets me go forward and it gives me a key, maybe another item, but I think that is very, very unlikely, if at all. The nook requires me to get something right facing, which could be nice as well because it also lets me explore downwards. It also gets me to the far left side on part on which I can draft the garage, which would also be nice. Oh, wait, I gotta... Okay, that should be... Oh gosh, I have so many things to actually keep track on right now at the same time. So yeah, nook or hallway. I'm gonna go with the nook. It's more fun that way to live life a bit more dangerously. I have been able to prove my thesis, which is already good enough to make this particular day worth it. Bedroom. Nah. Oh, get the garage. But the garage would be a dead end, so I think it's better to go with the West Wing Hall and then see if I can get an attached garage. Now when I think of it, I didn't properly explore the last room. This would be nice if it's a garage. It's not a garage, but all of these are actually really, really nice. So the question is, do we go for the nursery? I don't think I should actually waste my gems. I think that would be very foolish of me. So I'm gonna go for the guest bedroom. It's a bunch of steps, which is very, very nice for me. And I might be able to get some item out of it. And with might, the answer is of course no. There is no item. And there is no safe either. Yeah, I believe that's fine. I guess kitchen, bedroom. The kitchen would be nice, but I feel pretty paranoid about my gems right now. Even though I probably shouldn't feel paranoid about it, because like, what's the point of the gems if I don't spend them? There's a lot of keys I need to spend in a very short amount of time. The library works, workshop doesn't work, secret passage doesn't work. So library it is, and it's free. This is... Okay. Book and blah blah blah. Please select one. Will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. I haven't used this once. Oh, that's how I did the drafting strategy. Gotcha. I'm gonna go for this Sightseer's Guide in Reddington, considering there has been more clues about Reddington having some form of... I mean, there's not only just the postcard from Reddington, it's like people mentioning going to Reddington and not coming back from Reddington in one instance, I believe, as well, but at least it is very, very prevalent. That records book does not contain anything I am particularly interested in. Trying to think, what is the point of these being clunged up like this? Is it trying to say something? I'm not avoiding secret passages, just never been useful for me. I always drafted so early on, and it's just a dead end until you have other brown rooms, or hallway rooms, I guess. Let's see, I'm gonna do a slight little thing, so I'll be AFK for a few milliseconds. Should be fine though. Go. Now I'm back here. Okay, study is a dead end, so I can't do that. Rotunda is cool, but like it's 3 gems. It will let me get into all 3 of the adjoining rooms. That's it. I can redraw. It is very open, like almost anything that is not a dead end works. But yeah, I'm not gonna go with the Rotunda. Even though Rotunda would give me guaranteed 3 rooms to open up, I feel like I want to save my 3 gems for some other rooms. Because it feels like getting more gems right now, I'm not really in a position where getting more gems is something I easily do. Then again, using the dice is pretty... It is like something that could save me in a pinch. Three rooms, but no more gem rooms. I think I'm gonna go... I've explored the Rotunda. I'm gonna redraw. Freezer is nice if it's like towards the end. I think the aquarium is just the best thing here. It still uses one of my gems, but at least I do still have 2 more gems. So if I'm able to find another one, it will actually just let me do things. The question is, I can remove the water from here, but does it do anything for me to do that? Hello. Is locked. I have plenty of keys. The dining room could be nice. I think I'll go for the dining room. Having more steps is never a bad idea. No. I'm gonna go for the workshop. In the workshop I want to be standard, not commonplace. The reason why is because usually I just don't have the items for this to be interesting. Now let me go for the workshop. This is one of the letters I've seen before. This one I have the broken lever, which is very, very, very nice if in case I'm able to draft the greenhouse again. Not seeing any other items for me to pick up. No safe, no trunk. Let's see, can I do something with what I have? I can do a power hammer. I don't know what it does. I mean, I won't know until I actually experiment, but I feel like the broken lever is just something I want to... I can do a jackhammer. I feel like I really want to save the broken lever for now. And it doesn't seem like I can do anything with the magnifying glass. Compass plus shovel. Shovel is a dowsing rod. I've never used that. I don't know what it would do. Do I want to give up my ability to dig in dirt piles? I think I've explored the house enough for the dirt piles to actually not... I mean, the dirt piles are never really super, super OP. It's just maybe you'll get a key, maybe you'll get a coin. So I think that getting the dowsing rod is good. That's what I'm gonna assemble. Still have the battery pack for something else in case I come across it. So what do you do? While drafting, dowsing rod points towards rooms that may contain more items today than usual. Not super bad. More items I definitely like. I like what I hear. And I still have the broken lever. Because until I know exactly how it works and what it looks like, I feel like I can't afford wasting the broken lever. It is a lot of keys I'm spending. Okay, so this hallway may contain more. It's not guaranteed. But I feel like that's a good enough reason for me to pick it. It's free. Anyhow. Because it said may, right? Yeah, that may contain more items, so it's not a guaranteed, but in this time there was an additional coin. Are you telling me the chapel may contain items? I don't think I've ever come across the chapel doing that. I think the wine cellar is good because of gems. Gems are truly outrageous. And I can't use that because the shovel is a dowsing rod now. Ooh, 2 redraw dice. Hog. And coins enough for an upgrade disc, actually. No, I don't have enough for that. I'm still lacking 2 coins for the upgrade disc. This is good, this is good. This has been a wonderful day so far. I gotta check, am I missing any items? I can't necessarily see anything. So I should do the strategy I should always do that I keep forgetting, and to do the side doors first. That one takes a key though. Do you? No, you don't. I feel like the foyer is a room I've never had. And it feels pretty nice as well to go into a room I've never been before, and I can afford that because of the gems from the wine cellar. This feels very odd with the pointing to it and everything. Lord William Epson, Baron Thomas Sinclair, Major Nicholas Key the Fourth, J. Ari Yenna, That is very peculiar. Baron Edwin Sinclair. Count Isaac Gates. Do I need to remember them? I kind of want a walk-in closet. Could re-roll, but I think the walk-in closet is just too good to re-roll. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Right, I should re-examine everything. I think I missed a few things I could potentially re-examine. Okay, so the question is, I don't know if I should actually... Just in case, I am actually gonna screenshot all of these people. So, because it feels like maybe these people, I will need to know the names of these busts for some puzzle. Is any of them actually called Daniel? Because that may be... No, I mean, I guess it would make sense for one of these to be one of the 8 letters. Thomas, William, no, Isaac, Edwin. And this name... I mean, Yenna is not a name I think I've heard, but it feels more plausible. And everybody starts with like a title, but yeah is not a title of lordship I actually recognize. Yeah. Anyway, the dinner's served. The boiler room, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that in time. I'm just gonna do that. And now I will have to use one of my keys, unfortunately. Question is, should I use my silver key? Kind of feel like using the silver key. No, I'm gonna use a normal key. Oh gosh. The attic would be so nice normally, but because it would just be a dead end, I'm just gonna redraw. I think I need to go with the pool. It's the only one that doesn't contain. I mean, chapel does as well. I have a lot of coins, but potentially I want to use the coins. Who knows? These are just lamps. And now I have the possibility, actually, of drafting some new interesting rooms. Ah, this is not good that I'm getting so many locks, but at least I haven't come across... I mean, I'm not getting good luck now for these last few rooms. See, I could buy food, but I don't feel like I'm actually hungry for steps as things are right now. It could 100% be useful in the future because I might need to buy some food in order to walk all the way back. Like, this is pretty much a guarantee for me to open the stuff in the entrance hall. Now I'm have to use the silver key. Oh, I'm 1 gem close or short of cloister. That is... I have to redraw. The passageway is nice here, because I don't have any keys. The Great Hall is just a mess. Wait, the foyer. The foyer makes my hallways open, always be unlocked, right? So the Great Hall is gonna be unlocked. Right? Hallway doors are always unlocked, and this counts as a hallway. So I should just be able to open all of the doors. This is leather. Hog. Oh, this is amazing. I know what it looks like. That is very... I mean, this is such a good day. Please let this be something... No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't have a way to read... Oh, music room is so... Oh, gosh. The music room is a room I've always wanted as well to get back to. Like... It would cost my 2. It would let me record down all of the sheets, though. But the thing is, I already kind of remember what the first words of the sheets were, because it was something along the lines of... It was something along the lines of, oh, the white stones, blah 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 blah. Which is why I started noting down the steel that was in the workshop. But if I use my gems for that, odds are I can be unable to get into the antechamber. Well, just because I am unable to get into the antechamber, because I can't get anything left facing, because the left facing room requires 2 gems. That is a risk I am running. This would be so nice. Oh, this is very difficult. I mean, it's either bunk room or music room. I feel like I'm gonna go for the music room. Even if I don't get into the antechamber, I now know how the levels look. I'm probably gonna be able to get into there later anyhow. And there's always the back room of it, like the back one I need to open as well. And I don't even know how that would work, like how you open it. So it is... I'm gonna go for the music room so I can properly jolt everything down. And I have got 2 rerolls. I got so rewarded for going with the music room. That is so nice. That is already written down. And this is... key to the secret garden. I don't know where the secret garden is, but now I have an opportunity to find out if my theory about it is true. Now we just need to write these, or not write them down, I need to copy paste them down. Yeah, because here the words are like, look among the white, and then the 8th one that we found in the workshop said like stone, if I believe. Five, 6, 7, and then we have the 8th one. Don't know if we know how many there are. Now I have them jolted down. This tells me the note in the verse. The thing with the clef is just makes me a bit uncertain. I think I know everything. I've found everything else in this room that I want to find. I'm just gonna draft the chapel. I mean, I could have drafted the lavatory. I'm just gonna draft the lavatory. Peek and see if I don't think that is an item. I don't believe I'm seeing any items. Is that a window pane? I mean, what am I? That would be... Yeah, plane minus pane. I have 2 rerolls. This does actually... No, wait, this is the pump room. The pump room doesn't have an opening to the left. Redraw. The office does, but I don't have the gems. But I do have the dark room. I might not be able to see the floor plans, but the redraw I feel like is too risky right now. I am just gonna go for the dark room. Wait, what is the prophecy? Rogue door with a crescent moon in a room on the other side of the stream. So maybe this is the other side of that. Like I need to get through that room and that is how I continue on with the prophecy. That is what I'm thinking right now. To continue up, you must go down. And that is the basement key. I'm gonna screenshot that and put in a tiny note that is the antechamber. And I believe because of the prophecy that I do know that the whole... That room is essentially how I start the prophecy line. It will lead me to... If I can open this, maybe it opens on the other way, like from the other side. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty good. Let's see if... What kind of... Let's see if I can get something left facing so I can test my secret garden. The pump room? I don't see a reason to actually keep it more than unusual. Because I don't need the pump room, I need the boiler room more. So I'm gonna keep it there. Oh, I thought it would be oriented in a different direction. I mean, this is still positive. I don't know what this could be, but this could just be a dead end. Like the sauna would be a nice dead end. A random gem. Okay, now I need to start making my way. I'm trying to see, is there any loose end that I can actually... No, I can't. So it's going back to the entrance hall and maybe exploring a bit of the outside. I can do upgrade... Oh, I have an upgrade disc and I can do a second upgrade disc. I can buy that. 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's a lot of steps. But I also don't see a point in spending a lot of money. I also don't really see a point in actually saving money. I could check my sledgehammer back into the code check. That is something I could do. So, I mean, I might as well go for the tomato soup. There we go. I wish that was a collectible item. I believe this is the right direction. Yes. Actually, with all my extra steps, I can go back into the workshop and see if there is a combination. Because I was never able to use the broken lever, I can do something like the power hammer, but... No, so if I'm getting anything done, it is the jackhammer. And I do feel like I want to put in the sledgehammer into the... Trying to think, is it worth going exploratory into what the power hammer does? Or to just leave the sledgehammer? No, wait, I'm gonna need the sledgehammer for the trunks. No, I can't do this. The whole reason I'm circling back to the main hall is because of the... having the sledgehammer. I'm going purely on memory right now on my way back. Commissary, so I can buy a second upgrade disc. Rest is completely useless to me. Boudoir is solved. Might as well go and unlock the basement door while I'm here. Oh, I thought this would just immediately go to the... Well, this changes everything. I thought this would just go immediately to the, fountain. Oh, this is... concerning. Very concerning. So many things that could be hidden as well. Oh, there is more to all of this, but I can't access it because I'm going in from the wrong way. So I probably need to go in the fountain way in order to move this. It has a different shade, like shader on it. Okay, so that's good to know, and I'm not seeing any items really. Nor anything worth screenshotting. So I'll go back upstairs, happy that I have procured new information. Alright, I think I should just continue onwards. I have 2 upgrade discs, which is absolutely fun. Oh, wait. Do I... Okay, I just do like that. But let's see what 2 rooms I will be able to upgrade. Oh. 3 gem prize, 2 wind-up keys, or funeral parlor. That is grim. Price is equal to the red rooms in your house if you open an empty box in funeral parlor. I feel like 2 wind-up keys is more interesting because then I could put one in the check room, or like I could check one in and then I can take it out the next day and open all 3. Maybe that will unlock something. Because I'm still not sure the thing I saw in... The thing I saw in the workshop about the true box not always being the one with the treasure. I mean, was that just trying to tell me that, oh, the box that is lying could be having a treasure in it? Need to recheck. The true box does not always contain the prize. I think I've just been going on a wild goose chase, essentially. And that what it's just trying to tell me that, hey, the box that lies sometimes has the thing in it. You have to deduce your stuff. Could it be? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the parlor upgrade. Okay, how can I upgrade the bunk room? If you have exactly 2 hallways, double your... Double? Okay, that's actually fun. So quadruple your... Exactly 2 green rooms, I can quadruple my gems, or quadruple my coins. I don't draft enough green rooms, but the gems is probably the best upgrade, so I'm gonna go for that one. This one is probably the one I want the most. So even if I don't often get double green rooms, it will at least be the one I can use the most if I'm able to get that across. I might also be able to start pivoting more to double green room. Can sledgehammer both of you up, and while the animation goes. Bunch of gems, can't really do anything for me right now. Now would have been a nice time to get the aquarium. Not aquarium, the freezer. That's what I'm thinking of. Come on, there we go. I have to take everything in right now, slowly and surely. Reservoir. Okay, we're in the reservoir. This is huge. This is... So I can... Oh, I see what looks like steps. So I think I need to lower the reservoir one bit. That's what I need to do. But how do I do that while having the fountain be 0 as well? But okay, that is definitely something I need to do. I do have the pump room. And I do have a lot of coins. Actually, I just have 5 coins. So it's possible for me, I think, with my amount of steps to get to the pump room and fix this and maybe get back. Okay, maybe not if this is how it goes, but if I get up into the underground, that is very, very good for me. This reminds me of the rotunda. Okay, an upgrade disc, don't mind if I do. So many new clues. Ooh. The texture for this paper is immaculate. Very, very high resolution. And 10 here, the buried floor plan. Okay, so this is obviously a map of what I'm currently in. Wait. Buried floor plan. Maybe that is room 46. Okay, how do I'm gonna put this note here. This is underground with large capital letters. Right now I can't really do much for it. There's a fountain entrance, so that's roughly where I am. Oh, this is the minecart they were talking about that is in the way. Of something. I remember, like, in the cavern. Okay, so it feels like essentially I have been able, because I got into the antechamber, thus, like, this is where it properly starts. But how do I push it back without locking myself in? Or not push it back, it's pull it back. Because I can't walk around. This is closed. So maybe I need to open that first. Let's continue onwards. So many things I want to do. My steps are not enough. Huge clockwork device. And I am in one of the few entrances that don't seem to have the ability to actually... How would you even okay, you do have 2... Okay, yeah, that's how you control it. So I would want to get there, because that does not appear to have a way for me to rotate things. I don't know where that leads. That's what I'm curious about. Maybe if I pull the minecart, it will let me walk around it. It will not. However, this does look like if I were to, if the water level would be one lower, it does look like it would, pushing back the minecart there would do something. So I need to lower it one step so I can actually go down there and get onto the boat. The question is, do I have enough steps for that? This is the critical part. But I can't, for the life of me, remember that I would be able to have one fewer points in the reservoir. So I need to get there as efficiently as possible. I do have 5 coins to buy things with in the kitchen. I have an upgrade disc as well for the security room. I might not be able to fix the pump room and go back, but I think that is... Okay, bacon and eggs would be nice. You will always draw library while drafting in this room. I don't know why I would want to always get a library, even though the library would give me some uncommon stuff. I think it's better with the bacon and eggs, to just make sure I always have some additional steps, because now steps do appear to matter quite a lot more than it has in the past. Pantry would go into the den. That would just be a waste of steps. Yeah, it's this very, very convoluted path I actually made. Can I buy something? No, I can't buy anything of worth or of note here. I do go by the kitchen, right? Where's the kitchen? The kitchen's all the way down there. I might not make it to the kitchen. What happened to all my steps? Oh, I will just barely make it to the kitchen. For 5, I already have the soup. I can't go for the club sandwich. I can only go for the banana. But I can go for several bananas. Thanks to the coupon book, I can actually... Oh, that is very... 16 more steps is actually huge. I don't think it's enough for me to go all the way back to the entrance. Okay, so now the question is, both of these are... I would love to be able to fill this up. But I can't. So I need to find... How do I lower the reservoir without... I need to lower the reservoir, but the fountain, I think, still needs to be at 0 for me to actually be able to enter the door. How do I do that? These are both of them are full, so I can't extract more. Can I get like a liter stuck in the pipes? I don't think I can. This one doesn't have a lever. Greenhouse, pool, aquarium, kitchen. Could it be that in the greenhouse I am able to consume one of them? Like I can consume one of the waters? Or does the water get consumed if I have the tap open in the kitchen? I don't have enough steps to go all the way back, but the kitchen is close enough, like nearby, for me to be able to... No, wait, it's not the kitchen, it's the... Not the kitchen and the pantry. No, I think it's just the kitchen that has a broken... That had a broken... It's the only one I noted down, but it feels like there was also the pantry. No, that does not consume. Okay, what could stop me from actually putting a water in the fountain? Like, ideally, what does that mean for me? I was thinking if there was a convoluted way, like for me to input water into here, but that's not the case. Because this doesn't go to the boiler room. None of these go to the boiler room. But I don't see... I mean, maybe one level of the fountain makes it shallow enough to where I can actually walk in it. But then again, all those levels of fountain was more than enough to... I feel like the only thing I can think of that is logical is the greenhouse lets me use one of the water charges. And thus I can move the final piece I need to the fountain. Maybe the case is also that maybe the case is that the fountain is not my entryway. But the way I enter the entire underground section is through some other mean. Now obviously I can't do it via the foundation, because that lacks something that I need to unlock on the other side. But maybe... Just trying to think, is there... Okay, I feel like I need to simplify my thinking. I am making way too many assumptions and be like, oh, if X is true, then Y and Z. I feel like I just need to make it simplified. I feel like that's probably what I gotta do. And a simplified thing of thinking about is I'm gonna put one into the fountain and remove one from the reservoir. So if I'm able to get back to the reservoirs through some other mean, I will be able to potentially take the boat to the fountain, even if the fountain is a bit clogged. So the fountain is there, which means let it rip. Stop. Stop. It's gonna be a water puzzle. Okay, this is a water puzzle, essentially. I can suck that back. But that's not what I want to do. I want to have one bar sucked back. And I want the bar to be from there. So I can suck 4 from the reservoir in. Then... yeah, I can suck out of the kitchen, suck out 1 from the reservoir, and I can shoot back into the kitchen, empty the fountain, and put back. Yeah, I think that's what I gotta do. So it's the kitchen that I gotta empty next. That's the kitchen. Now comes the annoying part. But I think it's what I have to do. Yeah, I feel like it's have to do. So I have to move that to there for the kitchen to be able to be extracted. And number 2, I can put into that as well. So I need to put you into the reservoir as well. No, yeah, not the reservoir, into the fountain. Good. To that, I push the kitchen in there. Good. Now I want to pump the reservoir. One bar into there. Right, now the reservoir is on -1. Now I want to start emptying the fountain as much as possible, which also requires me to shoot things into the kitchen, which I do like that. And now this very simply is just me clicking the fountain and emptying it, 3 units into that and 4 units into that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's... Okay, so the fountain is 1, reservoir is lacking 1. Everything else is full. I wish I could fill this up. But yeah, it's just grayed out and everything. Maybe there's something you can do with the boiler room to make this... No, I still don't see how it would do things. I don't see how I would get water into it, because it just seems to go there. To that pump. So I think I'll call it a day. Yeah. I'll call it. I'll check up on the fountain, and I think even though it's been like not a super long bonus stream, I think I'm gonna end the stream once I've checked the fountain, because I do believe I can. I'm fairly sure I know what's happened, and what it has happened is just nothing good for me. Nice amount of steps. So I believe there is way too much water here for me to walk in it. Which is unfortunate, because it's definitely not too much water for me to walk in it. That is how it works. And I think that is very much intentional, how it works. So I think that it is... I don't want to call it a day now when I have everything. I'm gonna Alt F4 probably. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, day, evening, or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in the next stream. So until then, take care.